I'd shake up an American network.
Hi, I'm Maddie, and my question's for John. Me and my friend lived to listen to you when you were on Elaine Page, and obviously you're into musicals. We just wondered whether you'd want to do a musical episode of Torchwood.
I can answer this question for Russell. No. The stories, or whatever the future may hold, the characters, it doesn't lend itself for that. It really, I don't think so. As much as my musical side would love to have a musical drama that I do one day, you know, I get to do that in film, I get to do that on stage, and if I'm right in saying it probably will not happen.
Well, do you know what I think? I think when Buffy the Vampire Slayer did that, he did not do that.
I did speak to Russell the other evening and Julie when we went out to dinner one night, and I said, because there's a song that I changed the lyrics for one of my concerts. I changed the lyrics for The Wizard and I to The Doctor and I. I did it as kind of John Barrowman's idea of what Jack feels about the Doctor, and I did ask them the other night because I'm approaching the record company and I might put it on as either an iTunes exclusive or a hidden track on my next album, the Doctor makes. No, because you'll all YouTube it and I'll get in trouble by Stephen Schwartz, and I don't want that to happen.
Hi, I'm Em. John, you and Gareth were brilliant in the scene that we all blame Russell for. I'd just like to know, John, how was it for you and for Jack to hold Yanto in your arms and watch him die? And if you could bring Yanto back, what would you want him and Jack to do?
There are people in this room on the
Don't worry, I've had that sign, and I know how to get my point across without them understanding. When we played that scene, it was very sad because we knew what was going to happen, obviously as actors, and we knew we were losing the cast member. But again, we had come to terms with it, and we knew that the storytelling had to come first, and it was going to be tough and difficult. It was hard to look into his eyes and see that happen, because even though you're pretending and you're playing the scene, there is that part of you that you're not going to have that character around anymore. The tougher scene was the one when it was Eve, myself, when Jack was underneath the red sheet and Yanto was underneath the sheet. Gwen pulled back the cover of Jack's face and she just gave a hint of a smile, which told us all he's going to come back. She's it's sad, he's in pain, but he's going to come back. And then when she turned to Yanto and pulled him back, that was it, because he is not. And when Jack came up, sat up behind her and came over to her, that realization for him, because this is my fan geeking myself. When I played that scene when Jack kissed him, in my head there's an element, because Jack brought him back to life before when he kissed him. But in my head as the actor, that part, that could have happened. So maybe when he came back to life, Yanto would be there. So the realization for Jack that Yanto was gone was when he was in that world. And he saw him when they pulled the cover off. The realization was he didn't save him. The kiss was too late. Because he was already gone. There was no life force left. So therefore, Yanto was dead. And that was really, really difficult. Even I did. We lost him. We both cried. And I think it was an emotional day that day, wasn't it?
That was also Gareth's last set. So that was one of the last things that he shot. So, doubly sad because of that. And that was before you played that trick on Eve.
There are lots of tricks.
There was a trick on Eve, she pulled my cover back and I had a big handlebar mustache and I said, "Let me entertain you." And again, Euros Lyn. Let's move on. But yeah, no, just for those fans out there, recognize the number that Jack is under. I requested that that Jack was put into number 13. And that, you know, for those of you who know, that's my mother's birthday. Friday the 13th. It's just kind of creepy, but Jack was under the 13. Anyway, sorry.
We have time for about 1 or 2 more questions. I can't control time. We talked about this already.
Go ahead.
I think one of the more interesting characters in Children of Earth was John Frobisher. So I just want to find out what thoughts goes into the creation of such a character.
Well, really the ultimate middleman. What I loved about him was in a story full of immortal time travelers and prime ministers and 4, 5, 6 and the American army. He's the most ordinary man. He's just a middleman in a suit who has never had a crisis at work. He's been in that suit for 40 years and suddenly everything starts revolving around him and just gets worse and worse and worse. And you know, he's not a villain, that's the point. In the first episode, he sentences tortured to death. They just thought, I don't want to be a villain, I want to be a really interesting man who has got the chance not to be in this position and actually got bigger problems than issuing a death sentence on torture. So you plan all that, you plot all that, and we all talk about that. It's all rubbish until some Peter Capaldi walks through the door and brilliant man, brilliant actor. I wish I only waited a couple hours more. And he was destroyed it, but it didn't make sense. Like his family had annihilated and everything. How lost it so deeply. But because there's a talented cast of ETC being in Doctor Who, I don't have cross-casting, but so in my mind, he escaped the destruction population of time in 2,000 years. Every family life, I really believe that.
Okay, final question.
Hi, I'm Holly. I'm from Washington. My question's for John. Who is going to be playing George here, Zaza, in the Tajay role? And could you answer in a Scottish accent?
That's really bizarre because Zaza doesn't speak Scottish. She's not Scottish drag queen. I think a guy named Simon Burke will be playing my George. We looked at Rupert Graves and quite a few other, you know, bigger names, but no offense, but they couldn't sing. No, seriously, I'm telling the truth. You know, they couldn't sing. So we've gone with a guy who's well known in the West End musical theatre realm, and he will be very good. I've known him for many, many years. But I've gone back to American, so he went to Scottish. So that's who's going to be playing it, and I'm really looking forward to it. If you want to fly over to the UK to see it, September 14th till about the end of November, and you better hurry because it's selling out very fast, very quick. And look, if I might say so myself, I look pretty damn good in a dress.